Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. We are continuing with the Career Launch Conference 2025. This segment is all about the gig economy, hosted by Devant and generously sponsored by CIBC. So great to see some of you back again. My name is Sischa Maharaj. I saw you at some of the earlier sessions. So excited to talk to you about this topic and to help you understand how you can expand your opportunities, your income through the gig economy. I also have two guest speakers with us this afternoon, so I will just move into our introductions. So just for those of you who are just joining, maybe you haven't been to the other sessions, this morning, we had the welcoming opening comments from our president and the Devant team. Then we moved into insights from industry experts. This is now part three, the gig economy, sponsored by CIBC. Then part four will be meeting with recruiters and hiring managers. Part five will be a live networking cafe, also generously sponsored by CIBC. And then this evening from 6 to 9 p.m., we will see you for the graduation party on Twitch with DJ Gemstone International. So welcome everyone and thank you so much for joining. So I will be your facilitator and moderator today. I'm so excited to introduce Sanjeev Verma from BHIVE City of Brampton, who is joining us right now. And then later on this afternoon, we'll have Sonia Singh, COO of Anderson Blake Healthcare. Welcome, Sanjeev. So great to see you right now. So excited you will be doing your presentation later on, but a little bit about Sanjeev. He's a visionary leader and advocate for newcomers. He is a strategic lead and mentor at BHIVE Brampton, where he cultivates innovation and empowers entrepreneurs. He is also the CEO and founder of Avandra Immigration Services and a mentor for TBDC. And later on, we will have Sonia Singh, COO of Anderson Blake Healthcare. Sonia is the Chief Operating Officer at Anderson Blake Healthcare, as I mentioned. She's going to be bringing over a decade of experience in workforce planning, strategic partnerships, and healthcare operations with a background in criminology and law enforcement and a passion for social impact. She leads multi-regional teams to deliver innovative, people-focused solutions across Alberta, Ontario, and New Brunswick. So I'm just going to move to our next presentation. Give me 1 second. I want to welcome you all again and ask you please to introduce yourselves in the chat. This is a friendly space. I want to also acknowledge the space that we are in right now and welcome all of you, the class of 2025. A special congratulations to you all. So I'm going to start with just the first 20 minutes to give us context. Discover how to thrive in the gig economy. So my background right now is quite diverse, but I will focus on how I can support you in this topic first of all. As a senior consultant, business development and external relations with Devant. I'm also a financial literacy expert and financial life professional. So this is a very important topic, very excited to be sponsored by CIBC. This was actually a vision of a great employee at CIBC who wanted to support this topic and promote entrepreneurship and innovation for newcomers to Canada. So in the next 20 minutes, we will talk about why the gig economy is important to you and why you need to be focused on how you can use this to expand your income. What is the gig economy? So for those of you maybe who have not heard the term before, we'll talk about that. Then I'll talk to you about different types of income sources that you can tap into for yourself, give you some real life examples, and then we'll start off or end sort of with how to get started. And then we'll move it over to Sanjeev, who will talk to you about the program that he can offer to you on entrepreneurship and innovation. Okay, so a little bit about me. I am on a mission to facilitate 1 million jobs, quality jobs in Canada, specifically youth, newcomers to Canada, and those who face employment barriers. I believe that this can be achieved through strategic partnerships, technology, and innovating the recruitment process to be more accessible and inclusive of different abilities. I think that together we can boost economic prosperity for everyone in this country. And that's why I'm here with Devant and why I'm very excited to talk to you and to help you connect and be successful in your job search. So, why this topic? This is a very important skill and knowledge for you to understand how to future proof your income stability. Right now, we are seeing a lot of changes in the economy by a number of global factors. A number of different announcements have been made by government, industries being impacted, new policies are happening. We are seeing, unfortunately, a high unemployment rate right now, specifically for youth. The last numbers I saw, it's about 20%, which is quite concerning. So we want to help you here at Devon to help you future-proof your income stability and to help you understand how you can complement and supplement your income and future-proof your opportunities for economic prosperity. Why this matters now more than ever. The modern job market is changing. The gig economy will give you more flexibility and income diversity. It will be ideal for launching your career or exploring a side hustle, a passion that you've had, maybe a passion project or a passion topic that you've been thinking about or researching while you've gone to school. I know many of you have gone to school and have many other careers. Some of you have 3 to 5 years experience already. So this will help you to understand how to generate more income on your own terms. So I'm going to encourage you to participate. As I said, please introduce yourself in the chat. You can include your LinkedIn, your passion areas. But I'm curious to hear from you. What is the gig economy? What do you think the gig economy is? And please put those comments in the chat. I'm just going to give you 30 seconds to put some suggestions, freelance work, the gig economy. There are different terms that we hear. Curious if you can share with me what are your definitions or ideas of what this gig economy is all about. I'm going to give you a little bit of clues from my understanding, research, and experience. The gig economy is growing. It is freelance work, part-time work, flexible, self-driven opportunities. Freelance examples could be writing, remote gigs, so working virtually, service-based work, digital income. It can be empowering, profitable, and purposeful. So I want to invite you and encourage you to complement your income sources through the gig economy. Here are some examples of what the different types of income sources can be. I am not going to focus on all of them, but I want you to have an idea of the different types of income that you can earn. So number one, asset-based income. So leveraging assets, whether that be real estate, spaces, maybe a car, to earn income. I mean, all of us have heard and seen the explosion of online Airbnb, online businesses where you're leveraging your assets to earn, to share space, and to bring in extra income for yourself. There's also income that you can make from investments. So dividend income, stocks, maybe working with micro investing. Our partner and sponsor right now through CIBC would be a great partner for you to talk to. Maybe talking to a financial advisor, talking to somebody who is a regulated investment professional or financial advisor to learn about how you can leverage your savings or your investments to earn extra income through your investments and savings. Then there's also passive income. I will give you some examples on that as well. This is my favorite form of income through the gig economy and freelance work. It's sort of setting up your business or setting up yourself so that you can earn passive income where you don't actually have to work in the business, but you're leveraging your knowledge, your skills, your assets to earn passive income for yourself. Then there's digital income, and I'm going to talk a little bit about digital income. It is a growing opportunity for recent grads, for job seekers, and for everyone to complement your income so you can get income not just by working in a traditional type of employment, but you can also set up yourself to get digital income through digital partnerships. I'll give you some examples of that. And in this session, we're really going to be talking more about the gig work. As I mentioned, freelancing, part-time, contract work. So let's dive a little bit more into these topics one by one. Okay. So let's talk about freelance and contract work. This is ideal for writers, designers, developers, marketers, and virtual assistants. So you could be hired. There are a number of websites and resources in our follow up. If you're interested, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn, and I will share with you some great resources where you can, market yourself, where you can advertise, where you can find freelance and contract work. Also through the Devant weekly events and monthly events, we often have recruiters who are going to be present, and they have opportunities for you to be hired as a contractor. Just a couple weeks ago, we had Paul here who was talking to you about opportunities for IT contractors. A lot of companies are choosing to hire individuals on a contract basis, through the gig economy, through a freelance basis, because they have specific expertise that's really hard to hire for. And they're bringing people on for projects, for building, for their expertise through freelance and contract work. Part-time and remote gigs. This is great for those of you maybe who are strong in customer support, sales. There's an endless opportunity. If you are interested or good with sales or interested in learning how to develop your sales ability, right now I have 3 or 4 employers that are looking to hire people, all virtual, will be willing to train individuals to help complement their sales force. So tons of opportunities for salespeople. Research. If you like to do research, if you're particularly interested in powers or utilities, for those of you who joined our session earlier today and heard Raphael talk about the work he's doing at EY, lots of opportunities for part-time and remote gig opportunities for you if you're interested and good at research, writing reports, analyzing, doing data work. Tons of opportunities there for you. Research assistants, usability testers are also common opportunities for part-time and remote gigs. There are service-based side hustles, so personal shoppers, event assistants, tech support for seniors, personal support workers. You're going to hear from our next speaker, Sonia Singh, who's going to talk about the way she can help you to either be trained or get work as a PSW or a nurse. Even someone who's coming internationally may need relocation support. So many opportunities for you to do service-based hustles. Entrepreneurship and innovation. In a few minutes, you're going to hear from Sanjeev. He's going to talk to you about how to start your own business with support. Innovation centers, such as the Brampton Next, is going to be highlighted in a few minutes. Also, for entrepreneurship and innovation, how to access mentors, maybe leveraging real estate. That's an area that I can talk to you about and help you to understand as well. There's funding available as well for those of you who are graduating in your university or college. Want to encourage you to reach out to your innovation centers on your campuses. Many different universities and colleges have an entire ecosystem where they help alumni, they help students, they have access to funding, they can help you build teams, they can help you find other people. I'm a graduate myself of one of the major universities. They have over 10 incubators and entrepreneurship support programs. A lot of these innovation centers and school incubators, they offer access to investors, and you're going to learn more about that. So you can turn your ideas into income. Entrepreneurship and innovation can also think about consulting, coaching, product development, so many different opportunities for you to convert your expertise, your curiosity, and your connections into funds for yourself, into a steady stream of income. Digital income streams. I want to focus on this a little bit more because I'm going to leave entrepreneurship and innovation to Sanjeev in a few minutes. But digital income streams. By this, what do I mean? For example, you can publish an ebook. You can create templates. If you're a photographer, having stock photos, you can also partner with organizations, even such as Devant, to develop courses, workshops, facilitate sessions. Obviously, you've heard about, influencers. I'm not going to go through too much on influencers, but you have seen influencers on YouTube and Instagram. You do need to have a certain number of followers and interaction to get to that point. But I do want to focus on affiliate marketing relationships. I have spoken to maybe six just this week, different technology companies, different products and product owners who offer affiliate marketing partnerships. So, what does that mean? What that means is that there could be a brand, there could be a product or a technology platform that you use, that you love, and you would get paid to help promote that product, that technology. You would be a brand ambassador. Think of it as you are a brand ambassador, and for your assistance in promoting these products, these technologies, etc., for these companies, they would share in some of the commission with you. The commission could be 5%. It could be up to 20%, is what I've seen. You could also negotiate, again, based on your experience and your expertise, what would that affiliate marketing relationship be for you? So once you've set that up, some of the activities that means that you would be doing would be maybe liking, commenting, sharing their comment. Maybe they would train you on their products. You would help to market their content, and it's actually trackable by a link. It could be trackable by a promotion code, and then you would get paid based on the sales of that company, or based on the sales of that product with that company. So I really want to encourage you to do some more research on affiliate marketing. These are what I mean by digital income streams. Also, podcasts, if you are sort of very good on a specific topic. For example, if you're good at events, if you're good in photography, there's so many different niche areas. I've seen so many different podcasts where people are talking about things that they're passionate about. Remember, your job is just one part of who you are, but you also have many other parts to your expertise, many other connections, networks, passions, and knowledge bases that could be converted into sales and income for you. So think about that. Maybe you could be a guest on a podcast. Maybe you could get paid to speak. But the digital income sources means that you could be getting sponsorships for your community that you have. It could be of anything. Maybe it's gardening. It could really be almost any topic, which you could build up a base talking about things you love, researching, sharing information, sharing resources online, and you could build up sponsorships, speaking engagements, affiliate marketing relationships, etc. for that. You could also leverage your community of support to make sure that you are tapping into the scalability of your knowledge. So for example, I spoke to someone just yesterday. He will be launching a new online shopping platform, and he's looking for individuals to onboard manufacturers, to onboard companies, to help them sell their products online. And as a vendor, as a manufacturer on the online shopping platform, they would receive an affiliate payment if anyone else is directed to the platform. So this is, again, always emerging, always evolving. There's so many opportunities here for you. So I know that sometimes it could be a little bit daunting doing the application process, looking for jobs, trying to get a regular 9 to 5. But this session is all about creating opportunities for yourself, creating a cash or side hustle, side business where you can earn extra income. And these are just some of the different ways that you can do that. So here are some real examples. As I mentioned, I alluded to some of this already. So asset-based income. For example, if you have a car, there are different resources and online platforms that you can explore to rent out your car. If you have access to spaces, maybe you own a home. There's so many different individuals that need access to safe, reliable spaces. We talked about real estate, partnering up to maybe have a multifamily unit, different types of opportunities there to help you make cash flow, passive income, and asset-based income by renting out or buying with with partners assets that can earn you extra income. Then the dividend income, as I mentioned, investing with a financial advisor, like reaching out to our sponsor of this event, CIBC, talking to them about different types of investments, leveraging your money so that you can grow your dividend or your investment income. Passive income, I mentioned a few times about online course sales. Please feel free to put into the chat, what are some of your favorite websites or sources of examples of work that you can get in the gig economy? What has worked for you? Would love to hear from you, and we can sort of share this after this event. I talked as well about the gig jobs already. You're going to hear about small businesses from Sanjeev. We also partner with a number of different cities across Ontario. So, for example, we partner in the Sarnia Lambton area. We partner with the Innovation Center in Peterborough, Kawartha Lakes, as well as Brampton next as examples. Every single city, no matter where you are across Canada, has innovation centers. Universities and colleges, they have resources to help you with your side hustle, your business idea. And resources as well. I talked about consulting. You could be paid, to speak as from your expertise, from your knowledge, as well as for those of you who maybe are new to a career or a career switcher. Your opinion matters. There are surveys, there's research out there. People need your voice, they need your opinion. So seek out opportunities where you can join research consortiums, where you can be paid for your opinions. And again, do not underestimate if you are new to the industry, you have transferable skills and experience that you could bring to organizations, and you have viewpoints that are valuable. So, how do you get started? Here are some ideas that I wanted to talk to you about. Number one, definitely reach out to your career center, your alumni teams. Please reach out to us at Devant to help you create your portfolio. Highlight your skills, highlight your knowledge. Give examples of your knowledge expertise using a portfolio. If you're not technically savvy, not to worry. As I mentioned, we have online resources available. You can use online things like Instagram, LinkedIn, all of these tools, and create and share examples of your work. So, for example, feel free to look myself up on LinkedIn. You will notice that on LinkedIn, I have actually given links to free resources, free podcasts, free websites, all kinds of resources. I'm not a technical individual by any means, but I've leveraged LinkedIn to create an online portfolio of some sort. So you can do that too. Your resume, your LinkedIn profile, leverage Devon, leverage your school, work on your resume. That is your control of your narrative. That is your marketing tool about yourself. Your LinkedIn profile also very important. Your Instagram is very important. Businesses have been launched on Instagram alone. Recently, I went to a networking event for Caribbean women, and one of the speakers, she was just on Instagram. She's got thousands of individuals following her, and she's launched her business just on Instagram. So let's talk about raving fans. How do you get started? Talk to people. Talk to your family, talk to your friends, talk to your classmates, your professors, reach out and seek advice, network. Earlier today, in our earlier event, we had some topics and tips around networking and doing informational interviews. You need to understand who are the individuals, whether they're in the country or outside of the country. There's so much opportunity for you virtually to engage other people as a raving fan. Invite them to comment, to give you testimonials, collect them, and put them on your social media, put them on your LinkedIn, Instagram, wherever you are trying to create your business. Encourage and that conversation. And also, if there's someone that impressed you, service that impressed you, take the time, give them a testimonial, talk to them, let them know, maybe one day, one hour a week, you can share some positive feedback with someone in your network online. It goes a really long way. You also need to build trust. You need to build your brand online so people trust you to have the expertise for the work that you're trying to do in the gig economy. How do they know that you are competent? How do they know that they can trust you? The way that they know is by your raving fans. There is nothing better to get a referral for a consulting engagement or to be paid to speak by a warm introduction by someone else. So, who are your raving fans? I want you to make a note for yourself of maybe one person that you can reach out to ask for a testimonial. And also, maybe there's one person that you feel really happy about their service or their expertise. Maybe they really impressed you, throughout your studies. Maybe a professor. Maybe you could write a testimonial for someone else. Maybe write it for a friend. And that's a little bit about the network. I'm not going to go into the networking right now because we have a whole session. I will be talking about networking with Alina Wang this afternoon. So do not miss that session this afternoon to learn more about networking, and you'll get some specific frameworks, tips, and tools on how to help you network. So let's talk about overcoming some barriers, overcoming some fears. How do you get started? I mentioned already, please leverage your local employment centers, your career centers, your alumni services. Leverage Devant. For those of you who are partnered schools with Devant, your schools have given you access. You can just go onto the login page on Devant and sign in through your school email address. There are a number of upskilling platforms. There's so many free courses. If you're interested in a topic, AI tools are coming out at record pace. So making sure that you're up to date with AI, you're using the free learning, and you're using the availability to upskill yourself. Always keep on learning. Things are changing so fast that you could become one of the people that are a subject matter expert in one area very quickly. We talked about entrepreneurship support and accelerators. And I just want to mention, finances. It takes money, right, to start your own gig business, but there are grants, there are funding, there is support available for you. So, definitely like leverage AI, leverage all of the resources in the network, make a list of all of the available research scholarships, internship scholarships after graduation. There are also placement scholarships for new grads. There are a number of resources available to you that you can use to help you start your side hustle. Okay. Tips for success. I'll close with this. Start small, but think big. Number two, build credibility and relationships. And number three, keep learning and stay adaptable. Please take a picture of this, and I want you to make some notes at the end of today or throughout today for you. What are you going to do to help you get started? And that's it for me. Stay in touch. There is my contact information. I'm so excited now to move to our next segment and welcome Sanjeev Verma to talk to you a little bit more in depth about how you can start your own business and the support that's offered through Brampton Next. Sanjeev, welcome. The floor is yours.
Thanks a lot, Sisha. That was really informative, what you just mentioned about the gig economy. And so much of it just resonates with me so much. I'm in a space where I see, fresh new entrepreneurs who basically don't even have an idea of what they want to do, but just a thought that, maybe I could do something in the business industry. And I've seen these people grow into multi-million-dollar businesses over the years, and so on and so forth. So thanks for that, and this is really going to be helpful. Welcome everyone to the session. Thanks for taking the time out of your busy days and schedules to join us today. Hopefully, what we share is beneficial to you. And as you embark on your career goals and your ambitions, so hopefully we play a small part in helping you achieve those goals as you set forward. A little bit about myself. I am a retired government employee, 32 years with the Canadian federal government. I was mostly in the immigration and border services space, so served all across the globe as a Canadian diplomat, as well as in Canada. So, I've got a sort of a unique eye on identifying what is it going to take to become a successful immigrant to Canada. As you embark, a lot of you might be newcomers to Canada. A lot of you might be on study permits and work permits in Canada and looking for that pathways to immigration. So it's really good in that space that we are able to offer these services to newcomers in Canada, to individuals who are looking for, certain pathways to sort of finalize their status in Canada as well. So let me just start by sharing my screen. Hopefully all of you can see that. Let me do it. Let me just turn it to a
Sure, we can see
full
it. Just let
screen
you know.
mode. Make it better. Okay, that's hopefully better for you. So after I retired from the government, I started helping newcomer entrepreneurs who were looking to establish their businesses in Canada. And I was lucky enough, as Sischa mentioned, throughout your network, how you sort of leverage your network in terms of deciding what you're going to be doing next. So this was a good transition for me. I was able to use my network that I had developed over the years to, you know, get this role as a mentor, as an advisor to two of the largest business incubators in Canada. One being the Toronto Business Development Center, TBDC, which is the oldest business incubator in the city of Toronto and probably the largest. In its last 30 years of existence, it has helped successfully launch over 9,000 businesses. So that's, it speaks for itself. And then as of 2022, a sister organization was started in the city of Brampton called BHIVE. And I will specifically be talking about the BHIVE Brampton Next program, which is very unique in its offerings. And we will go through what those offerings look like. So what is Brampton Next? It's a business and settlement program for international students and young entrepreneurs or people who have recently arrived in Canada as permanent residents. So I spoke about BHIVE and the Brampton Next. It's a government-funded program. The Brampton Next program is funded by the City of Brampton with the support of the Invest Brampton Innovation Center and the province of Ontario. So what does it mean to be a part of this global incubator services that are being provided under Brampton Next? In the city of Brampton itself, you have an environment of over 92,000 businesses. There's 251 ethnicities within the city of Brampton, over 171 languages spoken. And since our launch in 2022, we've already helped successfully establish over 90 startups within our ecosystem. So that shows you the power of support and the resources and the tools that are provided to you as young entrepreneurs to get established. So what is BHIVE? Like I mentioned, it's one of the leading startup incubators in the GTA. We support startups, young innovators, newcomers, and business owners. We provide you a platform, a stepping stone to accelerate your business into a North American market space and globally. And it's done through several resources and tools. Sischa touched on some of them, such as getting access to government grants and fundings, access to innovation centers, not only within sort of the academia type of settings, such as TMU and University of Toronto, Mars, the innovation districts of several places, regions within Ontario. So we provide you that access to leverage those resources and the knowledge that you might be lacking when you're first starting out. So why Brampton? That question comes up all the time. A lot of you might be from the GTA area. You might have heard lots of stories about Brampton. There's all kinds of stuff on social media. But there is a bright side to, and I say when people ask me why Brampton, I say, why not Brampton? First of all, the culture diversity. As newcomers to Canada, you are looking for that familiarity to your culture, your food, your language, your people with your own background. So Brampton definitely provides that because of over 200 cultures and ethnicities represented with over 170 languages, like I said. So it's a global city. It is definitely a melting pot where everyone is welcome and they thrive. In terms of location, now, as business owners, as entrepreneurs, one of the biggest things that you're going to decide, as in real estate, location, 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 location. That matters a lot. What does Brampton provide? It's just steps away from Toronto with a lower cost of living. We have access to one of the biggest innovation centers in pretty much the entire world, Waterloo, and all the other Canadian innovation zones. So the strategic location, not only from a logistical standpoint, with access to Toronto Pearson Airport, the biggest airport in Canada, access to all the road networks and proximity to the U.S. border. So this location is really, really beneficial for setting up your business. And like I mentioned again, the innovation access that you get access to, and within reach of all the top tier research hubs, startup programs, and the support of the government behind you as you're setting up your businesses. So what is Brampton Next? Brampton Next is a government-backed support for student funders and future entrepreneurs. It is designed for people with legal status in Canada, whether it be a study permit, a work permit, or you're a recent immigrant, and you're looking for an opportunity to start up your own business. Sischa talked about how in today's environment, especially youth, are finding a hard time finding jobs. So that is one aspect of it. So if you're struggling to land a job within your own field, or which aligns with your academic training, you might be thinking, you know what, maybe job market's not for me. I think I want to start up my own business and be my own boss. And how can I do that? But I have no idea. So this program is designed specifically for people like yourself who might find yourself, thinking about where to start, and that could be the hardest step. So we provide you access to resources and training and knowledge on how to do that, whether it's you're trying to build your own business, something that you've dreamed about, and you want to say, this is the business I want to get into, or you're in a position that you say, you know what, I don't want to invest all that time and effort into starting something brand new. Maybe I'm looking for a succession opportunity. Uh, in Canadian market space right now, there's a lot of succession opportunities where a lot of the traditional businesses are shutting down because they have nobody to pass that business on to. The family-run businesses that you find on the main streets of any city or town in Ontario, the children don't want to get into the family business. They want to go do something else. So, here's mom and pop. They ran this business for the last 40, 50 years, put the children through college, and now they have no way to get their business. Where does the business go next? So there are a lot of those succession opportunities which are available to you, which we can identify through Brampton Next. If you're just looking to jump right into an already established business with the established clientele, with the revenue stream right from day one, so we can help you identify those business opportunities. For people who are on temporary status in Canada, like I spoke about, individuals who are on a study permit or a work permit, you might be on a postgraduate work permit right now, and you're not finding a direct pathway to immigration. So through Brampton Next, we provide you services where you will sit down with a licensed immigration agent or counsel to help you identify that immigration pathway that might be most suitable for you. One of the direct if you're accepted into the startup visa program through BHIVE or through Toronto Business Development Center, that provides you a pathway to immigration as well. So that is one potential pathway. Brampton Next program in itself is not an immigration program, but we will help you in that process in identifying what might be the most suitable pathway for you to get there. So, we are providing real support. We have lots of success stories, and these are all available to you as you're embarking on this journey. So what does the program look like at a very high level? It's a 14-week program once you're accepted into it. It is a combination of hybrid and in-person programming. There's a certain time commitment, which is not very onerous if you're doing another job or if you're still in school. So we will work around that to get you onboarded. And right now, this program, like I mentioned, is a unique program that is the first one of its kind in the province of Ontario, where we are actually providing incubation services are free of cost to the participants. So it comes at zero cost to you, and I will talk about all the resources and the support that you will be provided for you to undergo this 14 weeks of rigorous training at no cost to you. So right now, the program was designed as a pilot program where we were looking for 100 entrepreneurs within this year to establish their businesses or acquire a business in the city of Brampton. We have already finished one cohort, which started in the month of January, and we just had our first graduation last week. The program ended in May. We had over 30 entrepreneurs already successfully graduate from our first cohort. Our next cohort is scheduled to start on July the 4th. We are still taking applications. As you can see, we're at 67 entrepreneurs to go out of the 100. So if you're interested, now would be a good time to jump right in. So you might have a question about what type of businesses are we going to be supporting under this program. The Brampton Next program is completely sector agnostic. So we will support any business idea that you have, whether it's all the way from aerospace to interactive digital media to clean tech, cybersecurity, anything you can name off, whether it's in a very innovative stream or whether it's a traditional business, whether it's a Main Street business where you say, you know what, I really love cooking and I want to open up a bakery in downtown Brampton, and we'd be able to help you support and make sure you can achieve that goal of opening up your own cafe, your bakery, your dry cleaning shop, whatever the case might be. So we will help you and work with your business idea. Sischa did touch upon all the different businesses that you can do, and nothing is off the table, and we are ready to support you in your idea and develop that idea to make it successful. So like I mentioned, if you're an international student on a study permit or a work permit, this program is for you, and you are an aspiring entrepreneur. Definitely, I would recommend that you reach out to us, and we will help you launch and develop that thing. So if you have an idea, great. Like I mentioned earlier, if you don't have an idea, you just have a thought that, hey, this is something I would like to do at one time, but you don't know where to get started. We will sit down with you. We will help you develop that idea. We will help you write that business plan, develop that business plan for you at no cost, and you're going to get really professional help. These are fully licensed individuals, from CPAs to legal advice, to people who will help you every step of the way to make sure you're successful. And we will pair you up with mentors from your own industry that you're getting into. So you will get that one-on-one coaching and mentorship as you're going through this journey. So what do we offer? we provide you as you're going through this program. We will provide you a co-working space where you can set up your business. If you don't have a business address, you can use our address, our office address as your business headquarters address. You will get a dedicated office space to work from as you're working within the ecosystem and you're interacting with mentors, other industry experts to help you develop your idea. We will help you build that business right from day one. Sisha, you've got a question.
Sorry, I just want to mention, I'm not sure if you meant to advance your slides. We're just seeing the beginning slide.
Oh, sorry about that.
That's okay.
I've been advancing the slides.
Oh,
Let me stop sharing and
and maybe try again.
yeah, let me try again. Let's see.
Okay.
Give me 1 second.
So I know I saw your amazing slides and they're not advancing. I didn't want to interrupt you, but I don't see them advancing on our end.
All right, let's try this again. Okay, do you see now
Yes, what we offer. Yes.
what we offer? Okay, let me just go back a few slides, make sure it's working properly. Is it working now, Sisha?
Yeah, I got an idea. Let's launch it. Yes, now it's
Okay.
working.
Okay, great. So I'll just quickly go through them and just as a recap as well. So I think everyone could probably use a break. Let's start here. The Brampton Next program, like I spoke about how it's a unique program in the province of Ontario. It's funded by the government, the city of Brampton itself, where we are helping you either build a business or provide you with succession opportunities if you're looking to already acquire an established business. The startup visa program, if you're onboarded under a startup visa program and you get a letter of support issued through us, that provides you a direct pathway to immigration as well, if that is something that you're considering. Um, so, and we spoke about the 14-week program at zero cost to you. And we're looking for 67 entrepreneurs out of the 100 that were targeted for 2025. We've had one cohort who just graduated last week, and they finished their program in the month of May. We had a great graduation ceremony where we had all the industry experts come, as well as people from the city of Brampton, as well as the province of Ontario, handing out the certificates of graduation. And these people are well on their way in establishing their business. They have, their businesses already incorporated. Some of them are already generating revenue, and you will see a couple of the testimonials at the end of this presentation. Um, I talked about our program being sector agnostic, and these are some of the examples of the different types of industries that we support. Be it in the innovation space or traditional businesses, we are happy to provide you incubation services and coaching to help you launch your business successfully. So, being on legal status in Canada provides you access to this program if you're on a study permit or a work permit. And this is something that you want to launch your business. This program is specifically designed for individuals like you. And like I mentioned, no idea is a bad idea. So we will help you develop that idea into a tangible product and help you launch it through all the support that you will receive in this program. And what do we offer? We offer, co-working space where you get access to a beautiful office space in the heart of Brampton, where you get to work with your fellow entrepreneurs and all the mentors and the access to the ecosystem and space where you have lots of resources available within very easy reach. We will help you develop your blueprint. If you have a business idea but don't have a business plan, we will help you develop that business plan and develop it into a business model to make it into a minimum viable product so that you can offer to your clients. And of course, you get access to all the ecosystem toolkits, like we spoke about earlier. You get legal advice. You get access to business lawyers, CPAs, accountants, anything that you need in terms of the support that's needed as you're launching your business. So, some of the things you need: legal advice, you need a good lawyer for that. You need financial advice. You need, a good financial accountant, a CPA can help you with that. And you need a good mentor within your own business within your own industry to help you overcome some of those hurdles. And we provide all that to you. Part of the other sort of support system that you have under the Brampton Next program, right at the top of the slide, the immigration help. Like I mentioned earlier, we will review your profile, we will review your immigration history, and we will identify that immigration pathway for you to see what is going to be the most suitable immigration pathway for you. Of course, we don't help you with the application process. That is something that you will do on your own. But it is something that we provide as an added service to you, because a lot of you might find yourself in that space. If you've been following a lot of the IRCC draws recently for the Canadian Experience class, if a lot of you find yourself in that category under Express Entry and you're just not reaching that threshold, maybe we might be able to identify an immigration pathway which might be more suitable for you. And of course, startup visa program, I will briefly touch upon that. That is not part of the Brampton Next program itself, but the startup visa program is designed for innovative companies that are globally scalable, for which you need a letter of support and of a designated organization. BHIVE is one of those designated organizations with the government of Canada that we can do our due diligence, and we can vet those startup ideas to see if you would qualify under the startup visa program. And if we think that you would qualify, we will issue you a letter of support, which is what you need in order to apply for your permanent residence. So startup visa program is one of the business immigration programs which provides you a direct pathway to PR status in Canada. But that is a separate program that is run through BHIVE. We help you build network. We keep stressing that point over and over again, from Devant and ourselves. Your network is your net worth. We keep saying that. You might have heard that saying before. It is how you scale up. Essentially, you might have an idea. We will help you develop that product and help you launch. But how do you scale up? That's going to come from the network that you build around yourself. So that's one thing. The other thing that we really provide and that we're really proud of doing under the Brampton Next program is provide settlement support. A lot of you might be in Canada and find yourself in Canada on temporary status, and you have accompanying family members. So we provide that settlement support services as well. Whether your family members need any language training or identifying which schools your kids need to go to, we will help you provide that training free of cost as you are partaking in the incubation program for the 14 weeks. We help your family members along with it. So they're not left in isolation. It's not just designed for the entrepreneur, but it is designed for you as a family as a whole to become well settled in Canada. So we provide that very curated settlement support services, whether you're looking for real estate, you want to lease, you're looking to rent a space. So we have access to professional realtors who will help you find that suitable accommodation for you while you're in Canada, or you might be in transition. So we will help you with that. services like they want, and they already help you with career support. But as part of the Brampton Next program as well, we help you in that regard as well, from resume writing to getting you in touch with HR individuals for your family members who might be looking for jobs within their own field. So we provide that service as well, and that's something that we are really proud of doing. So what are some of the additional benefits that you get through this program? Of course, you will get access to the industry experts like we spoke about. We will pair you up with mentors within your own field. We tap into the Ontario's startup ecosystem through the Brampton Innovation District. We also work very, very closely with the province of Ontario's Centre of Innovation, OCI. They're located right in downtown Toronto, and we have a really, really good working relationship with them. And they provide a lot of resources. Uh, we provide you a hybrid learning environment where you would be required to attend some sessions in person, but a lot of the training that is provided is virtual. It's self-paced. Most of our sessions are recorded, so if you're unable to join a particular session, you can always go back and review those sessions. We provide you a library of resources, so you can learn at your own pace and within your own learning style. Smart acquisitions. I touched briefly earlier on succession opportunities within the business environment, where there's a lot of businesses available for sale, within your own budget, and we will help you match up with those businesses and provide you, the skills that you need to hit the ground running in terms of acquisition of that business, as well as through help of organizations such as CIBC, get that funding that might be required for you to access, acquire some of those businesses in terms of credit line supports and loans, etc. So that is something that we help you with. That we work very closely with all our industry partners, and we've built a really, really great environment to do so. Peer network, again, you are given sort of a platform where you can access those peers. As you're going through this journey along with the other entrepreneurs, you will build that network very organically as you're going through this, through the expert mentorship. And not only that you get one-on-one mentorship, the mentors are very, very eager to bring you within their network and open up their network to you as well, because they want to see you succeed. Most of the mentors that we work with are volunteers. They volunteer their time, they volunteer their knowledge, they volunteer their experience to make sure that you succeed. So, and I think their reward in all of this is knowing that you will be successful, and whatever industry that you choose to be in, that there's an opportunity for you to grow. I'm just mindful of the time, so I'm gonna start, wrapping it up fairly quickly. So building your business, so you get a lot of support in building your business, all the way to, we will even pick up the incorporation cost of your business through this program. So if you're, setting up your business, you say, oh, the cost of entry is too high, we pick up those incorporation costs as well and help you write that business plan. So there's a lot of support available for you from that standpoint. Under the Startup Visa program, we will provide you, navigate the right immigration pathway. If your business is something that we are ready to support under the Startup Visa program, we will issue that letter of support and navigate you step by step through that process. And of course, that would lead to permanent residency and eventual Canadian citizenship. So this is sort of our hybrid learning environment, in person and virtual learning. A couple of the testimonials that we have from our graduating class that just graduated in May of this year, that finished their cohort, and the graduation ceremony was last week. So this is one of our international student founders. You can read his testimonial there on the screen, Mr. Ravi, and he's set up an AI-powered solution platform to help small and medium businesses automate and streamline their operations. So he's a proud graduate of our program. He's another one, Abhinav Mittal of Kiotiva. Again, this is a platform designed to get the quotation process, streamline the quotation process for business to business B2B industries. So what are some of the steps involved? I know I've spoken a lot. I want to leave a little bit of time for some Q&A, and happy to answer questions now, a few of them. But if any that you have subsequent to it, please feel free to reach out to us through Devant, and we'll be happy to address those questions. You can scan the QR code on your screen to get more information about the Brampton Next program as well as BHIVE. So you will very simple, straightforward process. You submit your expression of interest, and you will have a one-on-one meeting with our team to explore your business idea. And if it is something that resonates with us, we are happy to onboard you, and then you join the Brampton Next program for the 14 weeks. Like I mentioned, our applications are still open till June 28th for the next cohort, which is starting July the 4th. So if you're interested, please scan that QR code and you'd be taken to our website where you can register your expression of interest. And the program dates are July the 4th is when the next cohort is starting, and it ends in October the 10th. So here we are, and we're happy to take any questions. Apologies for the little technical glitch earlier.
Oh, it's okay. It was such a rich presentation with lots of resources. Thank you so much, Sanjeev, for sharing so much good information about the Brampton Next program. And I want to just acknowledge Sonia, who's here as well. We're going to move on to Sonia in just a few minutes. But I just learned so much about your program and the resources. Quite impressive, Sanjeev. I do see some questions here for you. I think, though, you covered a lot in the presentation in terms of the questions I see. One of the questions I do want to ask is, in terms of the qualification, it's open to everyone, right? So like Canadian citizens, newcomers, everyone, or what is the general criteria?
Yeah, so it's unfortunately it's not open to Canadian citizens.
Okay.
It is specifically designed for newcomers to Canada.
Okay.
And people with legal status in Canada, and that could be people like I mentioned with on study permits, on work permits, with the identified immigration pathway, which we will help you identify that immigration pathway for you if you don't already know. And then for newcomers as PRs, if you're a recent immigrant to Canada, within the last little while, let's say the last 2 years, and you're having that hard time finding that job within your own field, so on and so forth, and you think that, you know what, maybe the job market is not for me, and I'm not finding the right job to, based on my skills and education. Maybe I want to start a business. So we will definitely consider those applications under this program, but
Okay.
unfortunately not for Canadian citizens.
Okay, so that's good to know. That's unique. And I think that it's a gap in the marketplace that is needed right now. So that's good to know it's for international students and newcomers.
Yeah.
And for those of you who are PR as well as Canadian citizens, as I mentioned, we do work with a number of incubators and city programs. So feel free to reach out to us at info@devant to get more information. If you are a citizen looking to start your own business and you'd like to get involved in a local incubator or innovation center. The other question I want to mention, Sanjeev, before we move on, is what about the location of where they live? Do they need to live in Brampton to access the services and the program?
No, so there's really great question. No, they do not need to live in Brampton, but under this program, if they're incorporating a business as part of this program, the business needs to be incorporated in the city of Brampton. But
Okay.
they're free to live anywhere they choose to live. And on that note, I'll just circle back to the previous question as well. We do offer other programs through BHIVE and through Toronto Business Development Center for Canadian citizens who are looking for some business incubation services as well. So we do
Okay.
provide those
You provide that
services.
through that as well.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
great.
with that too.
Well, on behalf of everyone here, please everyone give Sanjeev a round of applause and feel free to reach out on LinkedIn or through the QR code. We will be following up with resources and links. I see lots of clapping. So Sanjeev, thank you so much again for your great presentation. It's so exciting to know that a program like this exists for individuals to help them, create their own opportunities in the gig economy, starting their own business. So again, on behalf of everyone here, also thanking CIBC for sponsoring this segment. Really glad that we were able to make this happen. And we'll definitely see you again, Sanjeev. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's been truly my pleasure. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Take care.
Okay, bye.
Bye bye.
So with that, welcome Sonia. So great to have you here. We're going to switch gears and we're going to welcome Sonia right now. So excited to have you here. We've had some conversations online and we had some emails back and forth, but we haven't actually got a chance to talk to each other in live video yet. So great to see you. I just want to welcome you again. I did do an introduction earlier and I mentioned that you will be here at 2, but just for those of you who are joining at 2 to hear from Sonia directly, Sonia Singh is now here live. She is the Chief Operating Officer of Anderson Blake Healthcare. And I'm really, really looking forward to this conversation. I've been watching your work online and just so impressed by what you're doing with your organization and your mission to make a difference in healthcare. Sonia Singh is the COO of Anderson Blake Healthcare, bringing over a decade of experience in workforce planning, strategic partnerships, and healthcare operations. She has a background in criminology, law enforcement, and a passion for social impact, and she leads multi-regional teams to deliver innovative, people focused solutions across Alberta, Ontario, and New Brunswick. So, everyone, please join me in welcoming Sonia to our platform. We're here together for the next 20 minutes or so to learn more about the programs that you're offering. And I'd really like to start off, maybe if you can share with us a little bit about, what inspired you to start and lead an organization focused on helping to upskill people who want to be a PSW or trained nurses in the country.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. It is an exciting time for healthcare, especially what brought us into healthcare. I mean, my previous life, I've obviously was in the criminology aspect. I was in law enforcement for a decade, and I transitioned over health to healthcare. It just kind of happened, and it's something that I really was passionate about. From public safety to public health, we've implemented policies all across the nation are touching global territories to help implement workforce innovation and support across the world. Healthcare has been ever so changing from their EMR days to now bringing healthcare at home. There's a lot of things are happening in the world, and there's been a definite shortage of particular talent groups in the healthcare industry. And you know what? I'm proud to announce that Anderson Blake is taking that next step, investing in people, really supporting internationally accredited nurses that are currently lost in Canada, helping them get their credentials bridged over, and supporting organizations like Ontario Long-Term Care, both for Alberta, Ontario, and New Brunswick.
Wow, that's incredible. And I think we've all read about some of the healthcare shortages, specifically for nurses and PSWs. Would love to hear from you. Where exactly are we seeing the shortages for PSW and nurses? And then maybe you could talk to us a little bit about your organization and the programs that you're offering.
Absolutely. Can I share my screen at some point?
Yes, please go ahead. You can request access, and I can
Uh,
give that to you right now. Yes.
okay, absolutely. A little bit about our organization. I mean, we're in the business of empowering healthcare excellence, connecting healthcare leaders across the nation. We're making it easier to hire not only nurses, but also provide like a balanced lifestyle for healthcare workers all across. Our innovative approach to recruitment and workforce development has empowered healthcare organizations, and we are currently working with Ontario Long-Term Care Association with 413 locations that are,
Wow.
we are good standing with. We're shaping the future of healthcare. We're working with global partners to come up with leading edge technology, looking at virtual platforms for appointments. The shortages today in Canada are in the northern communities, 11 that are, are also identified by immigration, are I think by rural immigration pilot programs across Timmins, Sault Ste. Marie, Niagara region, Thunder Bay, Sudbury. So many incentives are set up there from the government, from the municipalities, from the employers for anybody to really kind of start their career and become a healthcare worker. We're focusing on growing talent, not only just looking at talent that we have today, but looking at the talent for tomorrow. Individuals who are interested in becoming PSWs, we offer them a PSW pathway, not only for the education component, the certification, and then also the placement and employment. And after, if a person is really enjoying their career, they want to excel into the next level, we could definitely put them into an accelerated program where they could become an RPN later. Um, so throughout our programs, I mean, for healthcare, we're comprehensive healthcare long-term solutions. We provide advanced foot care programs. We have outreach for underserviced communities. We are, supporting facilities. Phone Med is a program that we're working towards. We have a 24-hour emergency hotline and a deployment program, and ideally looking at fulfilling those gaps in throughout the country. We've During COVID, we've learned a lot. There's not just a shortage of nurses, there is a skills gap. The nurses that have retired after 20, 30 years of working with in the healthcare system are no longer in that industry. We do have an influx of new grads and we do have a lot of newcomers, but at this point I think it's getting those opportunities outside of the GTA, really building up your experience and entering into the workforce in better geographies later. But there's so many incentive programs out there.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for, creating this program and connection to help
Just one more.
people.
I mean, we've had. I just sorry. I just thought saw another screen.
Sure, sure.
While we're doing this, we also have a candidate success formula. We coach, assess, educate, place, and nurture our candidates. I mean, after placement, you have that one coach you could contact if you want to continue, or if you're looking at other avenues, or want to accelerate maybe into the healthcare IT side of things. Um, these are our testimonials, and we're always hiring.
That's
That's
what we
it. I'm
want to
sorry, I'm
hear.
done.
That's great, Sonia. That's what we want to hear. Thank you so much. I think, for those of who are on the call right now, we've got a lot of individuals who have just graduated, who are looking for their next pathway. What advice would you give someone just starting out? So you mentioned you're always hiring. So how do they connect with you? How do they learn about your programs? How do they get started?
I think I've worked with a lot of newcomers, and I've really my heart goes out. I know it's tough. Market's tough for everybody right now, but one of the things, like blindly sending your resume to organizations is not going to work. There's great AI tools available, but you have to still have your own personal touch. Applying to the jobs, I mean, directly to the employers, I think is where you would stand out because it goes through their applicant tracking system. And you have to kind of do some research and background. It's not going to work otherwise. But if anyone in this group is interested in a career in healthcare, they need some support. Let it be if they need immigration support, or if it's coaching, just the interview prep, and kind of just entering the industry. We have programs from beginner to healthcare, like the PSW program we have is a great program. It's at your own pace. It's you do this from home. You have a professor assigned to you. It's with our IBT college, our partnership with them, and we do all their placements. So at the end of the day, you have access to a virtual platform, and then we do the 200 placement hours with Anderson Blake Healthcare, and then after that, you could actually get placed into one of our long-term care facilities.
Wonderful, wonderful. And I do have a request. Someone wants to see the last page of the document you were just sharing, Sonia, if that's okay. Um,
Yes, hold on.
Thank
Let
you
me see
so
if I
much.
can
I'm just
pull
gonna
that
wait
back
for
up.
Sonia to bring that up. Great. So your locations are here, and it's wonderful to hear that you're located as well. You have representation in Alberta, Nova Scotia, and Ontario. And in terms of the process, if they are like certified PSWs, how do they get assisted to get connected with employers, or how does that employment placement process work?
So they just go to our website. They could either email us at connect@andersonblakehealthcare.com or
Mm-hmm.
go to our website and just submit. There's a submit, you could submit an application and you could connect directly with us, upload your resume, and one of our team members we have recruitment concierge. They're live human beings contacting you. So
Mm-hmm.
they'll probably go through a quick 10-15 minute assessment to understand what your situation is.
Great, thank you for that. And I also, you mentioned that there's a big sort of skills gap. A lot of nurses are retiring, et cetera. Like, what would be some of the technical skills that you think are most important right now in today's healthcare jobs? Like, what are you seeing as the gap?
I think the major gap is not just the technical skills, is the way things have been done. There's staff nurses. I mean, for example, if you've been a nurse for several years, there's a leadership attribute that comes with that individual to be able to make decisions and work with care teams and openly communicate it. I think when you're new to the industry and you're new to the country, it's kind of there's a nervousness, and being a registered nurse is such a big deal because it's almost like you need those leadership qualities. You need to have, there's things that are, our privacy law, our confidentiality law, healthcare, in general. I mean, there's family members that are involved asking for updates. How do you approach them? How do you manage them? So we do help develop existing workforces with their HR departments on leadership. We develop help understanding, conflict resolution and how to manage workload and stress level. Stress is a big deal in the industry.
Okay, thank you, Sonia. That's very helpful. I'm not sure if someone missed this, but they're asking, maybe you could just reiterate. They're asking if you help with the PSW program and how does that process work? So,
Yes, we
yes.
do. Yes, if you're interested in the PSW program, again, you could send an email to connect@andersonblakehealthcare.com. We would set you up with you would have to go through a recruitment concierge. There would be a pre-selection and an interview of all the candidates that are going to be going for placement. So typical interview process, and then you're registered and enrolled if you agree to go through the program.
Wonderful, thank you. I don't think that this is covered by your program, but if you had any comments about pharmacy assistants or lab technicians, any guidance on that by chance?
I mean, we're not looking for, we don't work in the pharmaceutical sections for pharmacy side yet, but there's a lot of, I think there's a lot of international pharmacy technicians or pharmacists that are working there. I know that they could potentially find positions as pharmacy assistants.
Okay, thank you. I have a question for administration in healthcare, or like I guess this is like in general other roles in healthcare. So just to clarify, your area of focus is PSWs and nurses, correct?
We do focus on other areas as well, like pathologist, respiratory therapist,
Cool.
physiotherapist. We sometimes we need to have, like pack imaging people, consultants that do the X-rays and the picturing and the imaging. So there's technical staff that's required as well. And
Okay.
the other IT type of roles will be more for the EMR implementation or development, but that's like any other healthcare organization trying to set up all aspects. So there's a big IT component in healthcare. Definitely there is. And if
Okay.
you're in
Thank you.
IT and if you're interested in healthcare, I think if you have the HL7, which is one of the requirements for our roles, and if you have SharePoint development, we are also hiring for that.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's great to know. And then in terms of individuals who are feeling a little bit overwhelmed or unsure about where to begin their job search, do you have any tips or advice on how to start?
LinkedIn is a great network system. but I wouldn't recommend, I think LinkedIn is a great form of contacting people. There's also adverts out on Instagram. I mean, social media these days is doing wonderful things, but you just have to connect with the employers directly. I feel like that the gap, when you're applying, if you're just blindly applying, you can't follow up, and follow-ups are important. Sometimes, reach out to the organization, maybe even find out who their manager is and send them an email. HR, I sent you a resume. I think I'm a good fit. Why didn't I get a call? Or, inquire further, follow up.
Mm-hmm.
Just shows more interest and diligence. Cover letters, I mean, lots of people don't do cover letters. I think small but short, it makes a difference.
Okay, thank you, Sonia. And just finally, like, let's talk about looking ahead, for your organization. What's next for you, and how can people get involved or benefit, and support the work that you're doing?
What's next for us? It's optimizing senior care. Bill 121 came out with new requirements for dementia care, forcing workforce in the healthcare system to be more aware of all these healthcare issues that we're dealing with when it comes to our seniors. And I think it's just a building an awareness. We have a large population of seniors that are, at the end of life, palliative care and hospice. We're trying to, during COVID, we came up with options to bring people's care at home, where end of life is at home. It's a sensitive issue, but it has to be done with diligence and care. And if you have that, and you feel you have the right, compassion, level of empathy, and this is where you want to be, I think it's a great industry to be in.
Mm-hmm. Well, I didn't know about that. Thank you so much for sharing your expertise and your work and all these great opportunities for people who are interested in becoming a PSW or getting a path to nursing and PSW, along with all the other healthcare options that Sonia just mentioned. Please reach out. As she mentioned, we will share these resources. We do have them, but connect at andersonblakehealthcare.com for more information to register, share your resume, and get more information on registering for this program. Sonia, I just want to thank you so much for being here today, for the work that you're doing to fill the gap in healthcare that we so desperately need. Looking forward to doing more work, with you to support the connecting of talent with employers, and placement. So, on behalf of Devont and everyone here, thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having me, and I think this is an exciting adventure for all future candidates.
Great. Thanks everyone so much. With that, I'm going to close our session. Our next session is at 2:30 p.m. Meet hiring managers and recruiters. We've got two great speakers there for you today as well. So we're going to sign off here so we can set up our next session. Please take a moment to share with us your preferred times for future sessions that we are going to be planning to help you with. So again, thanks everyone so much. All the best to you, and I'll see you later this afternoon. Bye, everyone. Bye, Sonia. Thank you.